And as of now in India, who do you think are your competitors, or are there any competitors?
So there are competitors in terms of the two-wheelers, because we are only in two-wheeler. So I can say Ether is already in a very big position and safe position, like, because they've started much earlier, almost 4 or 5 years back, and we respect the kind of work they have done in the two-wheeler industry so far. And then there are, like, already all the big automobile companies, they've announced that they want to come into the two-wheeler segment, and there are multiple startups have come in already in the last 1-2 years. But the competition is always good. The currently for next 2-3 years, whatever the competition, it will be positive for companies like us. And whenever we have a strong product, because when the market is so small, because of competition, what it creates is it creates a lot of mouth publicity.
Word of mouth publicity.
Yeah, word of mouth publicity. So when new players are coming, so it creates more and more publicity. People will get to know who are the other players in this.
Correct.
Yeah. So, and what happens is when new companies comes, people, because the market is so new, so they don't have any expectations currently from the people perspective. Whatever the expectations they have is from the two-wheeler existing diesel and petrol based two-wheelers. So that anyway any EV company is not going to be able to meet. So that means the market is open for everyone.
Yeah.
None of the existing electric vehicle companies in India, they are not able to meet the performance of even the costing also of the existing two-wheeler petrol and diesel base. So that means the market is open for everyone. So how much ever you want to play, so it is there. But after 2-3 years, it will become more and more narrowed. So whoever gets settled down in the next 2-3 years, in terms of both capital, production, supply chain, service, dealer, distributor, presence, so they'll become the major player after 3 years.
Who's your target audience, you think? And then what is the price range which is going to be launched in the June 2019?
So currently we have 4 models. The 2 models are the scooters, electric scooters. In fact, we are the first company who have launched unisex scooter.
Okay.
Yeah, which is tailor made for Indian women because of the height, weight. So the overall weight, including a 1 kWh battery, it is less than 47 kgs, especially for urban commuting and traffic and all. So currently any regular two-wheelers if you take, like a Scooty or Vespa, so the weight is more than 120 kgs. Okay. If you see average Indian woman height, it is not more than 5'4". So the existing two-wheelers, whether they are electric or non-electric, so they are not tailor-made for in terms of the weight and the height perspective, especially in city urban space. A lot of burden comes on your hands actually, like in the wrists. So we have designed one product which has very good pickup, so that you will have quick zipping through this urban mobility. The pickup is fantastic, and the overall weight is less than 4750 kgs, although it has a massive battery like 1 kWh, and the overall height is also tailor made for the teenagers as well as the average Indian woman. So that is one flagship product. The second thing is the premium scooter. Although we call it premium, so the price is close to 75,000. Why we are able to meet economical price even in the EV? Because we own the entire technology, design and manufacturing of the lithium battery. Because in electric vehicles, the only expensive component and the overall heart is in the lithium battery. Because we design, we own the technology, we have testing facilities which are funded by IIT or through government agency. So all those overheads are not getting into, and whatever the prior last 1.5 year work we have done, so it did not cost us anything because it came through the internal ecosystem of IIT Hyderabad. So this vehicle, the top speed is 60 kmph. It's a 2 kWh battery, but still the weight is 9 kgs, the battery weight. So in both scooters, it is portable battery. You can just pull it out. You can have, if someone wants, they can purchase another battery, or you can charge anywhere in your office, house, or you have sat in restaurant for 1 hour break. So we are the one company who is avoiding charging stations dependency. Because in India, we strongly believe until 2025, charging stations will not be available in bulk. Because you need charging stations at every 500 meters, 200 meters actually. And even if the charging stations are available, you need to have quick charging. Now at a petrol bunk you don't wait for more than 5 minutes or 2 minutes. But now we are talking about charging station is there, but again you talk about 2 hours, 3 hours charging. If you want to go for a fast charging, the battery heats up a lot. So it's safety, there are a lot risky actually, and the life will come down massively. Rather than battery working for 10 years, it may work only for 2 years. So we wanted to solve all these problems by offering a portable battery with high energy density, so that like the unisex scooter, the battery weight is 5.5 kgs, this battery weight is 9 kgs. So I'm sure people will be able to lift that much weight, and the ranges are also like varying between 80 to 120 kilometers. So we are not compromising on the pickup. Speed, yes, we are limiting. It's because of the, again, for more and more testing we want to see, more from the mechanical components perspective. So once we feel satisfied, like every 3 to 6 months we want to enhance the speed. So although our motors and batteries can meet much top speed, so more we want to see like from the disc brake, other like mechanical integration perspective, that yes, for Indian road conditions we are doing that integration properly. So definitely even the speed also will be improving. But currently we feel that whatever the speeds we are offering, 35 to 60 kmph, they are decent for Indian urban community. I mean, not for highway ride or long distance commuting. But when you see, if you are riding from your house to office or for delivery boys anywhere, on an average like anything between 35 to 60 is very good. And what we have done is the pickup from 0 to 40, always in each vehicle we have kept 4, 5, 6 seconds only. So you can do that quick zipping. So you'll be in the traffic, you'll be much quicker than car or any other vehicle with our electric vehicles. Then we have launched 2 electric bicycles. So that is more like to replace the, one is to support the bicycle community. So that like someone who wants to bicycle, he can bicycle. We have installed this pedal assistance system. But someone who wants to do long range bicycling, as well as wants to use the bicycle as for regular commuting, office and all. Nowadays people don't use because they'll get sweat. You cannot go fast actually. You cannot travel long distances. So even our electric bicycle with pure throttling, the ranges are around 50-60 kilometers on road. So let's say he is using pedal assistance with this magnetic sense, he can cover a distance of 100 kilometers, 120. If he doesn't want to use the electric part also, he can do the regular bicycling.
And what about the people like who trek on long distance?
Yeah, so that's the reason we have launched 2 products. One is e-tron, another is Ignite. So Ignite model is more suitable for someone who is trekking, mountaineering, long distance bicycling, and there they want all the mechanical components of the bicycle. They are very particular what kind of derailleur system they have, the frame material, it has to be alloy, and the entire saddle, the grips, everything they are being very particular, that community. So it's not more about how much range I am getting, but what kind of overall bicycle I am owning. So then the second preference is more for the electrical part. Yeah. So in fact, one bicycle club in Chandigarh, they have driven our electric bicycles from Chandigarh to almost Ladakh also. Like so there they have commented the gradability is without pedaling also they can climb 20-25 degrees without any problem. In fact, they have given a positive feedback that when a group wants to go as a bicycle thing. So having an electric bicycle, the advantage is someone who is very physically fit. If you have a regular bicycle, like so the people who are not extremely physically fit, they'll trail behind. They'll not be able to catch up in the long distance bicycle. So when you have electric, like when someone is tired or he's not as fit as some other one, so you can depend upon the electric support actually. When you go out on family tour also on bicycle, so not everyone can cycle at the same speed and pace and the distance. So there the electric part will enhance the, so we don't want to kill the bicycle activity. That is not our intention. Because many people are thinking that having electrical bicycles will kill the bicycle community. No, that's not. So the idea of having electric bicycle is to enhance. So in fact, the glory is coming down for the bicycling because people think that why should I put my physical effort. So this way it will protect the bicycle activity both physically as well as for commuting, regular commuting, office, deliveries, say milk delivery or paper delivery. There are so many activities where they cannot afford a two-wheeler.
Correct.
So these are much cheaper compared to a two-wheeler, and the savings are like huge, like 5 paisa per kilometer. So when you use a two-wheeler, it's 1 rupee, 2 rupee per kilometer. With electric bicycle, it is around 5 paisa. So there is no match in terms of economics. Yeah, and the load bearing is also almost 40-50 kgs for our electric bicycle.
And after the experience you've gained abroad in other countries, what made you choose to come back to India?
The decision was made when I left IIT Bombay only. Okay. When I flew to Germany, it was always there. So when I was coming back, I didn't look for any reason. So I just wanted to come back. Because if you look for reasons, then it becomes materialistic. Because I have seen many of my peers and some friends also, like, they are not 100% happy in India because they compare that, that was existing in so and so. So the decision was made that, I definitely wanted to make my life professional as well personal life in India only. So when I was in UK, like, things were at peak in terms of my career. So still I chose to come back very quickly, just immediately after finishing my PhD, and I became a faculty there. So because, like, the more you delay, it becomes more tough to adjust. So in terms of reason, I did not, even now also I don't
regret that decision.
No, it's not about regretting. I feel 100% happy that, I'm here. But there was not a specific reason that, I wanted to come back, because the decision was made when I left IIT Bombay, for my first job in Germany, that, it is only to gain the experiences, and I had spent a lot of time on traveling also. So to learn languages, to see people, how cultures are different, and how societies are different. So that is a more reason, like, why I went. It is not simply because of the professional reason.
And like, as we discussed about how IIT at Hyderabad had helped you, like, how has IIT Bombay helped in contributing you to become
See, it
person?
made Nishanth, like, I can say, so what I am today. The entire boldness, the decision making process, trusting myself, backing myself, and the connections, like, all the peers, seniors, batchmates, what they do actually, the inspirations. So the campus life was amazing, like, it was extremely rich.
Yeah.
The 4 years campus life, like, what we had in IIT Bombay, the hostel life. So it made us to believe in ourselves more than showing dependencies on the systems or individuals. So what it taught me is, like, you can make something big out of nothing also. And the kind of boldness, the decisions, whatever I'm making actually. So when I say I wanted to come back to India, so the IIT Bombay itself has shown us that, even in India also things can become much more larger than, like, what you can do outside. And the entire enterprising entrepreneurship skills I can completely 100% dedicate to what I've learned in IIT Bombay. All the extracurricular activities, whether it was I working as a technical secretary or participating in all the cultural activities. And when you do all these activities, you just don't do it for CV point. It is not just simply because you wanted to write in your CV. It is more because of the aura and the ambience which is there in the campus. We naturally, organically get involved and enjoy what we used to do on campus.